Hello everyone, welcome to stream, nice to see you here. I hope you had a good day. And yeah, we look a bit into the new Anno 117 Pax Romana Demo. That's out, I think, yesterday or today, I'm not sure. I think it came out yesterday or something. So it's relatively new. Haven't looked in, I've shortly started the game to get the settings done and so on. Only thing I need to do is get the capture right. Oh no. Does it work? It works? It works. For a moment I thought, oh no, it does not work. Hey chat, you can write in German or in English. Wie gesagt, deutscher Chat, ihr schreibt bitte, bitte in Englisch oder in Deutsch schreiben. Es würde mir sehr helfen. Dankeschön. Okay, so back to the stuff. I will answer in English. And yeah, options menu. That's I think usually the first address that we have to check. So the first thing I noticed is that the game has no frame limiter for whatever reason. That I find strange. So I will use Afterburner to limit the frame rate to 60 because I need some resources to stream still. Not sure what is your do you have any what do you call it? Have you played Anno before, basically? Any points that you have? I played Anno, I think, when the first game came out in 98 or something. I played that. It was 1602, long time ago. I think since then I played basically every Anno game, including 1800. I think Never Burn Money on the German the German Twitch chat said that it's basically like Victorio. You have like to make a spreadsheet, calculate how many people of what, or how many production facilities and, I don't know, farms or whatever you need of what, and then to get that amount of population and so on. So in a way, it can be very, yeah, reproduction heavy, I think. But since it's in comparison to a game like Factorio or Satisfactory, it's a much simpler game. And usually I don't really do that. I have some friends who also at some point go into the crunching number process and trying to be very efficient and so on. But when I start, I basically just play some relaxing stuff here. Usually graphics are really good in the game. There's also a graphics thing here. We have XeSS, DLSS and FSR available in the game, which is good. You put on performance because the game also features ray tracing. You can turn it off completely. We leave it on because it runs fairly well, even with, at least on low, it runs fairly well. So it has global illumination. Pretty cool that they have that. But yeah, you can turn it off. That should definitely boost your performance by quite a bit, I think. It's a demo of Anno 117. Like I said, Wolfhand, you can write in German if you prefer that. Oh, you wrote in German. Just my brain gets confused because of many languages in the chat, in the German chat. Yeah, it's on Steam currently, but you need a Ubisoft Connect account. That's a bit annoying in my opinion. It was different, I think, for the... Well, you need an EA account also for the other thing, but you did not need to install the EA app for the Battlefield 6 thing. Here in the background, the Ubisoft Connect thing starts, so I think it has to be on. But you can play it for free currently on Steam as a demo. I also noticed with the demo, which is a bit unfortunate, that you can't save in the demo, which I can kind of understand. It's just there to give you an idea. Does the game run? How's the game? Is it fun? You can kind of find these things out, at least when it runs stable, without being able to save. No, for this game it's by Ubisoft, so you need a Ubisoft account. The Battlefield, when we played the Battlefield 6 beta weekends, you also need an EA account. Here, this game is the same. You need an Ubisoft account, even though it's a single mode. You can play the multiplayer, as far as I'm aware. I can link you people the store page on the Steam page for it. You can download it via Steam. I can't tell you how, like, it's set for me, it needs 96 gigabytes, which is quite a bit. I think I only downloaded 50 gigabytes in the end, so maybe the final product. No, on my hard drive, the demo is 93.1 gigabytes, but I think I only downloaded 50 gigabytes roundabout. So it's potentially heavily compressed or something. So it's a free demo, you can currently play it, but you need a Ubisoft account for it, Ubisoft Connect as it's called. So that are the facts, audio sliders for everything. I have it on English because I thought it might be interesting for the English Games channel, so I did this there. You have a main key and a sub key, that's actually really good. Battlefield should do this as well. You can basically have two... you can assign two keys for the same function. That sounds kind of stupid, but it can be a very nice feature in some scenarios. And you don't have to use it. You don't lose anything by not using this. That's nice to have, I think. So that, in my opinion, is really a good thing. And the strange thing is Battlefield had this once in the past as well, that you can assign on the same function two keys. It's, for example, I know Battlefield's a completely different game than Anno, but just as an example, if you fly a jet or something, it can be very helpful if some of the jet controls are on a different key. Because if you play with mouse and keyboard and control your jet or your thing, sometimes if you want, I don't know, fly up, for example, you would use the mouse and look up for it, or look down, depending if you have inverted or not. But it's also helpful to just press, let's say, on Alt to just get a very fast up movement or something. So I don't know why they didn't do that in the in some other games. I think it's a pretty cool feature to have both of them, both of these. So now I've Afterburner activated. So Afterburner basically, yeah, it's a free program that you can have that limits. Where is it even? There is a program in it called the River Tuner, and the River Tuner allows you to frame limit stuff, so that's pretty well. So now we're limited to 60 FPS. It would run at over 100 FPS on my machine. I have a 3080 and a 7950X as a CPU, so fairly decent system in my opinion. Still, yeah. So another thing I noticed is there is tutorial stuff. I don't know where it was. Rules game here. So you can have a full tutorial, which I deactivated because I think, okay, I think it's not that complicated that I need a full tutorial, but maybe we will need it. Usually the tooltips and stuff should be enough to figure things out. So I just have only new features will be explained. You can also turn it off right from the start, which I think is good. Some interface options. There's a colorblind mode as well. So it has tons of cool options. Only thing, the frame limit, maximum frame limit, and that would be great. I can't turn this to 4K. I don't know why, even though my main screen resolution is 4K currently. So it's just 1440p. Scale up to 4K, I don't know. You see it at 1080p anyway, so for you it's not really a problem. No, we'll start now. It's just to get through the options really quick. Yo, welcome back, Rosemary. So there are two modes which we can select from: Albion and Latium. Hungry Heart of the Empire. Wild and distant shores. Challenging experience with more specialized resources and aggressive raiders. Marshes can house unique Celtic, whatever it's pronounced, buildings or be drained to construct Romanized buildings. Preserve local traditions and adopt Roman way of life. So it seems like there are two different starts even available in the demo. We could maybe look into both. I would say we start with Latium, which seems to be the standard easier part, and then we maybe look later into the other thing. Classic golden Anno experience, gentle on beginners. Rolling plains provide a lot of building space and fatalities. Construct a monumental amphitheater at the pinnacle of your city. Okay, let's start.
To be a Roman governor? Congratulations! The Emperor himself has deemed you worthy to take charge of these lands. Once struck by disaster, they're now ready for new leadership. Your leadership. Your story begins here, on a humble island with azure shores. Latium. Whether you dream of a bustling trade empire or conquest-driven dominion, success is never guaranteed. No two cities will ever be the same, as every choice you make shapes your city in your image. Govern well, and the Emperor will sing your praises. Govern poorly, and, well, the consequences won't be pleasant. Every decision you make will shape your legacy. So, how does one become a good governor? Let's find out.
Okay, looks very nice. Doesn't it? So here's our ship. We can pause. There's, if we press F1, there's always this postcard view. We can have, like, I don't know, make a screenshot or something. There's also... I have the thing, I think, paused. You go and play. If you control F3, it's like a cinematic mode. The camera automatically rotates. The thing here is out. It's very, can be a very relaxing game. You can play it as such. The more complex it gets, the more problems, the more hectic it can also get. If you get a bit of controls, you can relatively freely control. There's also, like, always, it was like a secret feature in one of the, I don't know which Anno it introduced. It could be 1404 or something. If you press Control, Shift and R, you get into the first person view, and then you can even run around on this thing here and look at everything. It's pretty cool. It's not perfect, but it's kind of cute to run around and see what you build and so on. find it interesting that there's quite a bit of detail on everything right now. Visually it looks great as always. Might be some visual glitches. That's not the mode you play this game in, it's just like a little Easter egg feature. Whatever. So usually in Anno you need wood. So let's see how this here works actually. Construction. This basically my base resources. I currently lose money, so we have to change this pretty fast. We have 30 timber, and we need to connect stuff with roads. Now here the construction options we have.
Ever at your service.
Here is a ship. It has no resources. There's a transfer menu. So we could, for example, transfer the wood to the ship and back and forth if it's docked. So that's basically nothing has changed. I think this here, the arrows might be the wind. That's also a feature they introduced, I think, only with 1800. I'm not 100% sure. Whatever. So what you first usually do is residence tools. Construction. Okay, close this. So we can have a road. Easy. Usually you need, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. There's a new thing you can now build. Usually you can only build in 90-degree stuff, but this now they changed actually, which from the Anno perspective is quite a bit of a change, to be fair. So we can now build like a little line here. This residents live here, so you can basically, if I understand this correct, this is population or stuff already. Warehouse. Materials. What is this? Accepts. Okay. This is for moving stuff. Relocate. Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but in theory, this here should be the building that we are looking for. Let's say we build it here. Have to complete the way here. So it has to be connected to this building. Usually in Anno it works like that. This main building, your harbor, or your trading post, or whatever it's called, needs stuff. Okay. It works already different than the ancient things we have here. Have to get used to the controls. What is this? River slot. I think we need those later for building stuff. In the past there was like a city hall or something like this that you would build. It seems like that is not the case anymore. So let's say here's a lot of wood stuff. We need the things. We need our workforce for this to work. And then you have to kind of create a city center, if that makes sense. So let's say we start out here. We need 4 workers, or if I have seen this correctly, we have to get used to, or I have to get used to building, oh, didn't connect it. No. There's potentially a shortcut for the way.
Ich kann dich nicht hören, es ist so dunkel hier drin.
And what's the problem? The game is too loud. Okay. Yeah, for the cutscene I made the in-game sound louder. Can make it a bit less loud. Thanks for the info. So in theory, we have now Your residence. There's nobody here. We need a warehouse. So maybe the warehouse functions as both, chat? Just have to figure out which button was. I think it's... yeah. Oh, you can also... now in 40... you can now build in 45 degrees. Which is interesting. Let's build it close to the city, because I don't know if we would need this actually. That's when you skip the tutorial, you have to figure stuff out. So our population is currently needs. Yeah, they have needs. So they need food, public services. But the market is still locked, same as a tavern. I need a population of 1 for this to work. So the question is, how do we get people to settle here? Maybe we have to be close to the harbor? Interesting. We only can do timber and wood. We have ships, land troops. Oh, land troops are also back. That's something unusual, I think. Okay, we can have ornaments. This is the building menu. They need sardines and porridge. Porridge is sustainable, easy to produce. The masses. Okay, get this. So we need food. The problem is, our main problem currently is that this knowledge population, that our population doesn't grow. The question is why? They need definitely food. We don't have that. The standard food you usually would do is fishing. So you build like a little fishing thing here and there. And now things are happening here, chat.
You know the one from the coins and the statues?
So it costs 8 money, gold, denarii. And we need workforce for this. Problem is for workforce. Where do we get workforce from? To be fair, the people are starting to spread out here a little bit. Okay, we get... it seems to work. For whatever reason. It's a bit strange.
Oh, Neptune, Pluto's brother. Claim not my love this night. Take another.
Hey, Edward. I read your chat. Yes, sorry. I was just busy for a moment.
Won't none of them be getting sold?
So yeah, production slowly ramping up, it seems. Ah, okay, we got a total population of 1. Residents or other parties may seek an audience with you. Select them to interact with them. Okay.
What do we do, Gov?
Libertus passes you, straining under a heavy load of timber. He carries the hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manumission, freedom from slavery. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you as his governor. How do you respond? We buy his supply because we need wood. There just blinks as if he can hardly believe his luck. He accepts the coin with a quivering smile. Passes by you with a mix of curiosity and approval.
Your freedmen won't forget.
So sometimes you have these little, let's call it quests. Enjoying the game. I have just started, so currently figuring out why I don't have workforce. But yeah, currently I like it, I have to admit. We have also this place here. Okay, this is considered a warehouse. I thought these were two different buildings, to be fair. I needed this here. Okay, understood, shit. So we don't need a warehouse in the wood, we need a timber dude. Do they look the same, chat? Kind of. Whatever, chat. Okay, we need 2. This is also new. I'm not sure if it's new, actually. I think previously the timber and the war wood were made in one building, to be fair. I'm not sure. I think maybe in 1500 there was also this differentiation between these two kinds of types of wood. It's been unfortunate. Okay, this guy should help us now get stuff done. Now I understand. We need a sawmill still. And of course we don't know the ratio between a sawmill and the other thing. But to get timber, we need timber. A lot of it. Wood is always a problem in Anno. I guess the timber house produces timber out of wood, and the warehouse. Yeah, it is. I thought this here would be like the timber production place. You know what I mean? Because I initially clicked on this symbol and then placed the building. So okay, that's the building or whatever. I didn't check the menuing quite well. Else I would not have. We can maybe remove this thing then, chat. Relocate, upgrade, demolish. We get 3. How much does it cost to build a warehouse? It costs 3, so we have full construction cost. Or almost full. No, we get full the construction cost we get back completely. It's where Justin Timberlake lives. Ah, okay. Have you also tried it out, Edward? Edward? But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the game. It's just, you have to figure things out for a moment. There's also another chat which I have to keep an eye on, so it's always a bit confusing for me. I deactivated tutorials, Rosemary. Because usually it's pretty similar, I just have to figure out how the initial stuff here starts. I have a German streaming channel that we play a lot of Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, also quite a bit. I don't know what else do I play. From time to time I play Street Fighter 6. But yeah, mostly Elden Ring challenge stuff and randomizer and whatnot. So Souls content. We also tried Wu Chang. On the English channel I started a playthrough of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, whatever it's called. That was also pretty nice. Have to continue at some point, I guess. But yeah, so now we have the wood things here going. Usually, this is by far not enough. Problem is the workforce.
Cook 'em sardines, dripping with oil, picking me teeth with the bones.
Each building here gives us one workforce, and I assume it can get better. Oh yeah, here you can also plant trees. We can help the timber stuff a little bit. Costs a bit of cash, but whatever. We need residences for the people here. We can experiment a little bit with something I usually... We have to do it like this. Well, we could do it like this, chat. Look at this. We can... This is new to Anno, that you can build a street in 45 degrees. Usually it's only 90 degrees. I'm wondering... There was a feature in the past, you could click on it and then it would show you all kinds of stuff. There's also research stuff, but currently we have not research stuff available. What you also would often do is take your ship, put it on, I don't know, a thing and just let it explore. It's usually an explore thing. Let me just see how it works. Now you can, if I see this correctly, you can also make that it goes. You know, you can queue up commands for the ship if you hold shift. That was always the thing. We haven't really explored much. Usually you go here on the big map and say ship explore. Then I know return maybe. Now it sails slowly. We're going against the wind if I see this correctly, so I guess it would have been smarter to let the ship sail into the other direction. So let's say we go...
The wind is at our back.
Like this. I have to be careful that it does not get sunk by pirates or anything. There's also day and night stuff, that's nice. Why is there a woman on the boat? I don't know. You play horror games? I played a bit of Resident... I like Resident Evil series, but I don't really play much horror games, no. So I played the remakes. I've also played the old games, to be fair, but that was ages ago. Small island. Oh yeah, this is kind of the fog of war thing.
I did not think they would find me in among the weeds of my garden. Ithacus Tarragonus Taurus, at your service. Salve, friend, if that you be. Let us start well together. I myself have few needs, but come to me for anything.
Governor who enjoys humbler pleasures, judging by his coarse attire and grassy fingers, and yet those eyes have seen it all. How do you wish to respond? Rivals are political parties that have their own reasons for engaging with you. Open the diplomacy menu to learn more about alliances, trade rights, and other treaties. Extend a respectful greeting.
A blade wiped clean.
Also this guy has a neighbor island. I'm streamed too rarely on the English channel to have much stuff done there. So what do we need? We have these ruins, I have no idea. What's going on with those? So the question is also...
Sighted new land.
Okay, we have sighted new land. I don't
Our
see the new land.
scouts have sighted new land.
But yeah, as you see, what is the button to return? I don't know, wasn't it H? I think it wasn't H, was it in StarCraft? I wrote this R for road, makes sense. I'm not sure if these ornament trees count as trees. It was previously the case. They could also grow. Not sure if this will also happen here. So I don't know. But yeah, I guess we need more population at some point. Let's see now that this... Are they working at 83%, 86%?
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Okay, this works at 100. I'm curious how this works. However, chat, we have more stuff for building. Porridge. So for porridge, you need an oat farm, obviously. And you need space for that. Question is, where do we have enough space for oat stuff? Oh, here we have some forest, but this island is pretty big. And since to my knowledge, we can't save anyway. So in this regard, it doesn't matter too much. But let's say we do the oat farm stuff here. We should also get more fish stuff going because you never want to be caught by a surprise. So you run low on food. So with this...
Kaiso Syracuse. We deal in acquisitions and human relations, in a manner of speaking.
Restless
Was an accident.
raiders roam these seas. If anyone here is friendly, it is certainly not them.
We need 80. Okay, you can...
A ship is under attack.
Ship is under attack. Oh no!
Have you need of us?
Where's the HP?
It shall be done.
Yeah, here's some... Yes, maybe the pirate island or
Sense
something.
worrying too much about
Yeah.
the present. Tomorrow
Rebel or
may
whatever.
Change, eh?
Of course I find the pirate.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Close one, chat. Be careful. The classic. You just bring your thing in. So we need 80 oat fields. You can place them. Previously they had a different system for this, but I think they're bringing back the you can place every field alone. Previously you had like little spaces. So this should give 80 fields. I think you can also, they now copy that and then you can basically place it one more time. You don't have to rebuild all the stuff. So we have 2 old things. Which is good, I think. And then with this, we also need to produce a porridge stand. Okay, we have to read about the stand. My assumption would be that you have to place it here, kind of. And this produces then porridge. We will see how it works. This thing has to
Our
grow
scouts have
first.
sighted new land.
This fog here is basically it obscures that you can't know where the islands are and stuff. There's an option if you play an endless game where you can deactivate it, usually in the Anno games. So that's that. Question is, where are we? Is this our place? Look at this, some old ruins. Yeah, this is the other dude.
Only the humble
Contracts
retreats of our
available.
countrymen.
This guy sometimes gives you quests and stuff that you can do. Deliver him, I don't know, 12 tons of timber or whatever, and we get cash for it. Can help you quite a bit. And here should be, yeah, this is our place. So in theory, this should work at some point. Yeah, that is true, but it's still a video game. I'm not sure. The problem is the trees I planted here could be just for decoration and not for foresting. But I did not find any feature for this part here. How much wood do we have? We have 52 wood. Okay. We even produce more.
Welcome to Lily Bayon, Governor. I am Valeria Turan, proprietor of its many establishments.
Okay. Look at this place here, chat.
I charge by the pairs. Slave markets, fish markets, how my tenants use their floor space is up to them.
Pretty cool. So sometimes you have these other factions in the game, and sometimes other players or AI players. Sometimes it's also these sub-factions. Yeah, not bad, right? Mm. Edward, not right now. I think I don't need currently any works. Is there a button to jump back to your main island? Map. Like next shit, open world map. Oh yeah, that's also something we should try. Selection, postcard. Oh, there are camera presets now. That's advanced. What was it? Shift M? It's not available. Maybe it's not available in the just double check. Open research control. Could be control M. No, shift M. Shift. But there's no open world map. Usually you have like. Now we only have this thing here. Province map. Ah, okay, here we have a map.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Let me put him on 2. Then just for navigation's sake, chat. What was our island again? I think this one. I put this building on 1. So I can jump it back and forth between the ships. It's easier. Okay. So with this done, chat, we can see what our porridge production does. 85%, so currently stuff is working. We have our first 2 tons of porridge produced. We can store 78. We have a lot of timber. So we should now, before we get overmints, as we say in StarCraft. Not that I'm a good StarCraft player. Not at all, chat. Not at all. We should get more. I think I moved this here too fast. So you can also move buildings around. I think you can deactivate the relocation feature if you want to make things a bit more difficult for you or so.
Sold to a Greek wool merchant, and that was the last time we saw
Funny. It's so strange that you can now do basically these. .45-degree streets Ah, that fits exactly. Like I planned it. Almost. But the question is also... Like I said, I currently don't know the production time. You can see here it takes 1 minute. And this here takes also 1 minute. That means... In theory...
Our scouts have sighted new land.
But in theory, the... Not sure how much he gets out of this only. But we need 4 for 1 production cycle. Or it's a total storage, I'm not sure. But like I said, in theory, we should be able to say that we need for 1 of these oat farms, we need 1 porridge stand. Okay. Now we can unlock further stuff. Now we have 2 things that you unlock. The market and the tavern. Central gathering place for take and barter that every community could use. And we have whether you're seeking company or drinking alone, all are welcome in Taverna. We have a tavern.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
And of course the tavern has always certain... That was a mistake, chat. Demolish X. Learn the shortcuts.
Old man was stubborn as a mule, never cruel. When he died, he freed us.
I would say we go more into this direction. And build our tavern. Oh, this is not the tavern, it's the marketplace.
Have sighted new land.
Didn't expect that the tavern would be this big, but it's fairly big. Move the tavern. This is the... It's a bit complicated when it comes to the minimap. Because usually you have different worlds. Like there's an overworld view, if that makes sense.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Here you have, for example, change province. Usually you have multiple provinces in the later Anno games you can switch to. So you have multiple of these maps that have these size with different... terrains and goods you can get from there. In the original Anno it was just basically this map, and you see it's fairly large, to be fair. Like that is... It's not a small map. Bankrupt in 20 minutes, yeah, that's true. We could get some timber to the dude. Let's. So the most important part, of course, is you need cash.
Got my name on it.
And previously you could generate income by the population. There's usually a tax thing, and you can increase taxes. There was a time where you couldn't increase and decrease taxes manually. And it's always like for the developers a topic. Should there be a slider for taxes? Yes or no? Now you see. We have production buildings, they cost us 72. Public services, 34. And land taxes, oh, land taxes, we don't have this. The question is, how do we generate income? Okay, here, this is how we get income. The residences give us cash, public services. And so on and so forth. So what this means basically, to not get bankrupt anytime soon, we need to get enough population to avoid this outcome. And this you'd usually do by increasing the population of your fantastic place.
Our scouts have sighted new land. Our scouts have sighted new land.
Through me, chat. You can also just draw the stuff here. Why did I do it like this, chat? Makes no sense. Now I'm sad. Why can't I build a street here?
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Very strange, chat. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. There's kind of a bug or whatever. Or there's some area I can't fully build on. I don't know why. Okay, At least we increased a bit our population. Not necessarily that it runs out first. The problem is, of course, when you do this, you often need more production facilities for food and whatnot. So it's always a bit complicated. Like, how much timber do we have? That's, I think, the most important question for us right now. We have 21 left. We could get a second sawmill. Simply because... Tools, construction, thing... Sawmill, here it is. In theory, could also increase our... We could just get another wood thing here. Not sure if the it's not written here in the tooltip. Oh, is there a planning mode? That's cool. Also, this guy we move around. Just want to test the stuff there. The amount of porridge we need is massive, obviously. I think we should get, you see, we get now more oats. The porridge is definitely on the rise. What have we here? Tunics. We want tunics. We have 25 tons of weapons, interestingly. We could also get our ship here. Which is currently on exploration. And we could make a mission. We could, for example, this one guy wants timber and we get 1k cash for it.
Kyrie, Governor. I run this island. Name's Dorian. I can't wait to join your routine.
Cool.
Something for your consideration, Eri.
Each need that you fulfill per resident increase different attributes. The most important ones are income and population. Attributes can benefit your city. For example, increasing your population will increase your workforce. Income will increase your wealth over time. As the city grows, the demands for your goods grows with it. Check really if your residents are fulfilled. Yeah, that's just classic stuff.
I am Dorian of the Brothers of Heracles. I hope we will be friends, you and I.
Cool. Friend. We have encountered Dorian Manlius Evola. Pronounced. Rumor says he hails from the province of Hellas. How do you wish to respond?
What doesn't raise a sweat doesn't get you ahead, man.
Warum hat er fast nichts an? Keine Ahnung. I don't know.
Kyrie, my friend! Pass here on my morning run.
Ja, er hat so eine Tunika an. Yes, where's the tunic? So, I don't know. So, in the meantime, how much population do you think that we need to kind of bank? What else do they need? Fashion. It's the only thing currently missing for us. Even the men will open their purses for simple, well-made woolen tunics. A humble, comfortable hat and Hellenic style for this moment. Okay. We have unlocked this stuff here. What do we need? We need hemp. Where could we extend our place here, chat? I think we should definitely work on the city size.
You must be the governor. My name is Licia Ma. Licia means glowing clouds, like the ones you see in the desert at dawn. What is yours?
Okay. Have to kind of connect our residents. Not expect that we have to build this big for the early stuff. Kind of a bit surprising. I think it has consequence if you go into the negatives. We will see, chat. Our ship is back, which is good, I think. So we check for our friend. It's too dangerous. We need a
So many open fires and so few precautions. Don't you realize? Your whole city could go up at any time.
Where on earth is this? Ah, here it is. Unix, we want. Doran's Lighthouse, 3 tons of Edin.
Have you need of us?
Okay.
What a pleasure to meet you. I am Licia Ma, father's a silk merchant. You simply must join us for dinner sometime. Imagine the possibilities.
No, not 50. That's a bit much. How to reduce the transfer amount? Oh, there, down there. I see it. Read 3 tons. I have to find his lighthouse again, chat. There it is.
Horsemen, begin.
The ones that we deliver him, we get a bit of cash. So our big problem now is we slowly running out of cash. And we still need hemp farms, which is a problem, I think.
Look smarter, it's the governor.
Okay, 60 is not that much. That works, I guess. Okay, this ends the demo already. You have reached the end of the demo. We hope to play again. Okay, I thought the demo would be longer. I did not know there was any time limit for it.
So, whether your first steps led you to the sun-soaked shores of Latium or the misty wilds of Albion, your rule has begun. You've chosen your path, guided by Roman discipline or shaped by a new respect for the unfamiliar. But for now, Governor, your journey pauses. Your people await your return, and on November 13th, 2025, your story continues in Anno 117, Pax Romana.
Well. Okay, so that was this game. We definitely halved our depth though. And for playing with Deutsche Bahn. That's something they should have kind of announced, that you have a time limit on that. I thought we don't have one. Was there a number or something in the new game thing? As you can see, you can't load the game or anything. It's really just there to give you an idea. So we can check the other thing. We can now go to Albion. There was a time on the talk, I didn't see it.
Welcome, Governor. By decree of the Emperor, you've been sent to Albion, the Empire's northernmost frontier. A land of mist, myth, and mud. Far from the marble streets of the Roman Empire, you'll find a world unlike any you've known. The locals wear trousers instead of togas, drink beer instead of wine, and prefer their aldermen to you, a Roman governor. And yet, this mysterious place holds great promise. You will always be a Roman, so you can either govern like one or be a sympathetic leader, but a leader you must be. You can drain the marshes, lay down stone roads, and bring a touch of Roman comfort to these distant shores. Or you can embrace the local ways with bardic halls and mysterious deities. The land may be unfamiliar, of some the people unyielding, but the legacy you built here could echo through the Empire. So welcome to Albion. Your story begins here.
Okay, nice. Now here's my remaining time. Okay, we have an hour.
Ever at your service. shall.
So we started at 20k, not at 30, just saying. So the same principle basically applies here. You have your starting thing. You can build roads. You have residences, so you have to build places. You have these swamp marshes here, which you can't build on. You can dry them up, as it seems. That's pretty cool. The terrain looks a lot more complicated than previously. But looks pretty sweet. So this time we have to kind of make haste a little bit, it seems. Something went wrong here completely. It was a planning mode. Okay, first citizens, check. We have here the waders. They like cockles and eels. Thick boiled and more nourishing than cockles. Eels are worth more to the Roman who doesn't find it a bit of delicate taste in the humble. Okay. We're in planning mode.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
How do I leave planning mode though? Ah. Here you get the eels from. Interesting. Eel. My favorite.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
We need a marketplace first, chat. A warehouse. The pass is too long. We don't have enough material. That's actually very bad, now all things considered.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Life's a work of net and line.
On my ship.
Have you need of us?
Flagship, 1000 HP. You can't do anything with Anno. I wish you a good night. Sleep well. Or maybe switch to another game soon, Schnarke, so it's not like I want to play Anno for 5 hours or so. Just want to look a bit at how the game works, get a good overview of it, maybe make a video later or tomorrow or whatever. And see where we go from there. That's kind of the plan. It's always a bit difficult to kind of check everything, what's going on, understand the game. It's not like I'm used to the game extremely. Like it's a new game. It's my first hours playing it.
A fork in the river.
A waiter passes you, straining under a heavy basket of eels. By a supply mart. Looks warily at your Roman clothes, uncertain at the sight of a toga just you are the side of his pants. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you as his governor.
It's your song, Lord of the Fenland.
This little event here happens all the time.
Oh, aye, that's what I like to see.
No, it's not about Roman, like Anno is always about islands, Rosemary. You are basically trying to get settling on small islands that you govern. It's not about being the Roman Empire or being the Roman Emperor and I don't know, governing the Roman Empire at all. You just You basically sit on a ship, go there, some islands, and settle on them. That's basically the idea of Anno. And there are different maps you can be on and so on. Now you also see the fatalities from the island.
I am Voada of the Skaha. Turn back, Roman. You're not welcome here. They will have warned you not to go north, but here you are. Another pesky little Roman. I am Voada, chief of the Skaha, and around here, Romans got a shorter lifespan than mudflies. Got it? Someone bite me. The Roman is talking sense.
Look at this. It looks cool. Very unusual for Anno.
About the bloody roads, it's not like they invent.
They name it after 117 AD. Pax Romana, though, if it's then not set in... Is it not set in 117? Where would you date it though? Let me just think for a moment. What do we have to do? Oh, we have to unlock this stuff here. Market Bards are the place. Basically the heaven of these kinds of people. We need more wood production, to be fair.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Wood production, chat. I build this thing here.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Like I said, we are making colonies. We are not we are not in Italy. We are just outside and colonizing islands and whatnot. And that is, it's always been how Anno works. It's always about settling on islands as a small. Anno is always about settling on islands. Let me just think what we have to do, chat. We have to check how much wood we have. How much wood does the woodchuck chuck? If woodchuck would chuck wood. You know the famous saying. We have enough eels and cockles, as they are, I think, called.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
And for example, we are currently in Albion. Albion is Great Britain. So we are basically on the islands of these people. I'm not sure where Latium is, to be honest. Latium is a region of Western Italy. That's more the map we played before. The question is, we definitely need workforce. And we need, what else do we need, chat? Market, warehouse, we need later. They need a market. So the market looks like, oops, always press the wrong button to turn it around. Can't place it here because there is some stuff there, as it's called. Correct term for it is stuff. Maybe we should place it here on this side, chat. If we place it here, we kind of waste a bit of radius of this building. I guess we try it here. Same goes with this building.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
The cool thing though is you can go first person and look what's going on here. No, it kills the frame rate a little bit, I think. Like I said, this is like an Easter egg, not an official mode, but I always find it kind of cool that you are able to actually walk through these places and see what you just built. And it should be the market if I've seen this correctly. These are the places where the people live. Kind of cool. I'm not sure if he's in there. Of course I have to take some freedom in their games. Reed shoes. And tunics. Of these two things, we still need more... what do you call it? Space for people to live. We can move this building here, one to the side and this one to the side. And we see if we can get more residences. Like this, and then make a road like this. Okay, good work. I mean, it might be possible that he appears. I don't have enough wood for the rest. We have to definitely see that we upgrade.
I did not think they would find me in among the weeds of my garden. Ithacus Tarragonus Taurus, at your service.
Now look at this. We can also get raw reeds. Small town. Nice. We got the next... Put a little upgrade to our place. We have now a small town. Next population thing would be 250. Promise we are definitely running out of wood. Both sawmills at 100%. Let's see, production time 30 seconds. Also 30 seconds. So in theory we should be able. I'm kind of surprised that this doesn't work as well as I anticipate. Because in theory we should definitely overproduce wood. We have only 2 sawmills, but we have... I don't know, 5 woodcutters or something. Requires more forest area. And the question is, why can't they generate more forest area on themselves?
Be the governor. My name is Licia Ma. Licia means glowing clouds, like the ones you see in the desert at dawn. What is yours?
Yeah, they're always the same. Yeah, that's a funny idea, Rolly. Yeah, the computer enemies are always the same, Rosemary. Like, there is an X amount of computer rivals, other... I'm not sure if you can also not attack them. We can play this kind of peacefully. You can also go to war with them and whatnot. But they're always like, let's say, 8 or something different enemy dudes. And it seems like it's always
What a pleasure to meet you. I am Licia Ma, father's a silk merchant. You simply must join us for dinner sometime. Imagine the possibilities.
Okay.
The blade wiped clean.
So, we have eels, we have cockles, whatever that is. Herzmuscheln, okay. Now 30 minutes left, chat. I have to kind of speed up a bit. Just a surprise. Okay, now we overproduce lumber a little bit, it seems. We have 19. We're back at 19. So what the game wants us to do is do this. We need reed for this. So we need reed. This needs hemp for tunics. Okay. We can place it here, it seems. It's kind of cool, in my opinion, to have these swamplands and that you have specific resources that you have to kind of get from these swamplands. What is the symbol over there, chat?
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Yeah, that will be quite kind of difficult to get to this amount of read. This guy's flying a bit. And then you need like a building for that as well. Interesting. Could also place it here though. Definitely a more difficult land to get this here to work. We just place it here. It can get the stuff directly from this place. Only takes a moment or two for this to get to work, and we need a hemp field. So hemp fields, as the name suggests, you need hemp. The problem is as always that you need space for that, and as you can see, there's a lot of forest there, which we kind of need. It's a bit strange that I can't replant forest, as far as I'm aware. That's a bit strange. Questions: where shall we do this? Yes, this I would reserve for the town. Or we can go do it here. Below it. And all we need to do is try to connect this here. And get another warehouse. Warehouse, chat. Warehouse. Please here for the time being.
Place is unfinished.
So we have hemp now. At least the basic production is built. Oh, you can also... you can also change the daytime. That's cool. Oh, you can also turn off the day and night cycle as well if you want. That's cool. Have all the options. Okay, our first ton of stuff we have produced. And we can also get our tunic production building into place. I would even say we can get another thing here. These are, it's a pizza cutter weapon in Elden Ring. This weird stuff with this razor cycle thing reel on top of it. A very strange weapon. Indeed.
A winkle among your cockles is a gift from the sea.
Now we slowly fulfill their need for stuff. For shoes. Reed shoes. I think it's possible to get one more building here, and then we are done. We should also maybe... Oh, that doesn't work. Of course, now the middle part does not work, chat. And look, our balance slowly improves. But it seems like in Anno 1700 you want to rush as fast as you can through the first population tier. So now we could, in theory, let's say we take these brave people here and we upgrade them to the next thing here. Then we can say we keep them Celtic or we make Romano-Celtic people. And those, of course, have different stuff they potentially need. So this is more for the religious part, this is more for the knowledge part. And it's kind of interesting that you have now a choice on the next upgrade path, to be fair.
Give them a good tap, cockles. If they don't clam shut, they're rotten.
I mean, in theory, you can have both, you know.
Forging ahead.
I can upgrade to Romanized residents or to Celtic resident.
That bothers me. What you just did.
So very interesting that you have an interesting upgrading choice here that pushes your civilization or kind of requires different needs. So let's say I would right next to it, I would make Romanized people. It doesn't work because something is not fulfilled as much as I would need. We might need a second Reedfeld field. Don't have enough wood for it. That's kind of unfortunate. Yes, like I said, I don't lose money because we upgraded. If you fulfill all the needs, you get more cash for the people. So I think that's kind of the strat, is skipping the first thing relatively fast, or fulfill all their needs as fast as you can. So that brings you enough cash to kind of balance out the stuff. Now currently we need this swarm to produce our stuff. Okay, the tunic stuff is also something we need to work on. My biggest problem is still Tim, but not sure how to deactivate the planning mode though. Britain where we command wool. Yeah, those kills are tough as nails, so I'm not worried about them. Where can I see how much wood I have? That's the only thing. Is this here in the production? Now they have hemp tunics and reed shoes. That's all they need.
We ought to take good care of our wares. Hmm, 50 acre, maybe more.
No, chat, we are stuck. And here, oops, and here they make these reed shoes. They also read the newspapers. Welcome back, Wolfhund. Well, let's see. I hope I have enough. My efforts brought enough stability to upgrade to Romanized. Okay, we have to decide for this island to be. I can upgrade them to Celtic, whatever it's pronounced. I can't have both on the same island. Roman upgrade will be unlocked. You reach the next. Fulfill the needs. Interesting. Now we have also new options. They, for example, want cheese and beer. For cheese, we need cattle. Cattle is tough always. What is this? Oh, we need construction. We need okay, we need reed and we need mud dryer. And we combine those. You can make like specific material for that. That's cool. The only strange thing is that it's always a specific point I kind of have to hit. Let's say we dry the mud here, and then we need another. Let's see if we have a bit of extra reed. No, we don't have reed. So this potential. What is the production timer? 1 minute. Production time of this also a minute. Interesting. Fachwerk. What do we need for beer? We need barley, of course. We need malt house, and then we can have a brewery. For the brewery to work, we also need a charcoal burner. You see, it gets very complicated, especially if you have a limited amount of space here. We get all the production stuff going. We need more reed. could also say we need a marketplace. Oh, we have City Watch. Firefighters. Stuff like this. Medical stuff. Oh, tiles. We've still not unlocked that one. The governor thing. We've only 12 minutes left in the demo. I would say we build a warehouse here, else we might not be able to get all the materials. Move away from it. That's pretty cool. I like that. It looks fun when I play this. It can be relaxing, but the problem is always a bit that you have so much to do at some point. Like, this is just as a comparison from the other Anno game. Like, we are here, like these people here, the first residences you build here are the wader, and then the second thing we have are the smiths. Interesting. So this is the second tier, and then there's a third, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth maybe, and they need more and more stuff. But to get your so that your sixth tier residents work, you have to fulfill all the needs of all the others plus them, and it gets so much complicated later, because later then you have materials you can't get on this island, so you need to get stuff from a different island and bring it to your island for this to work. And then even later than this you need more stuff from another, like let's say we have here Albion, you have to go to, I don't know what other goods you need. Like in Anno 1800 you had these Caribbean islands you had to take, and there was stuff that you could only get from the Caribbeans, like, I don't know, some pearls and whatnot. And you would bring them to the other island to kind of grow your population there and so on. It got really complicated. It's complex. Complicated the wrong word. But complex at some point. You have a lot of things to consider and do and so on. Usually also to do stuff with your ship, do missions in the meantime, to get some extra cash. But see, currently we're earning money with what we've built here. So that's it. It's a very fun and relaxing game, but you don't know it in and out. You like the kind of the art is you consistently have stuff to do in this game, which is cool, I think. The problem is always looking at chat at the same time and seeing what's going on there. Hey, Kirda, nice to see you. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game, I think. We only have 9 minutes left. That's also we have a fire probability, fire safety. Our fire safety is -1. Our health safety is also -66. We have 66 island happiness, and so on and so forth. But yeah, for all this stuff now, we have the mud in the bucket, 4 tons of mud. We have 1 ton of reeds. And on top of all of that, we have other things. So what do we need, chat? I would still say we build another marketplace, because we don't. I'm not sure how many market cars we have. Does it show here? It doesn't show. You can unlock more market cars. Can I also view this here? Yeah, we can. The problem is, at some point, if you have too many production things going on here, you have not enough... Oh, we have also military stuff. At some point, you don't have enough market cars. So you need, like, either upgrade your thing to the next tier or whatever, or place, like, an additional marketplace somewhere for this to not happen. We have 6 minutes left and the demo will just end. We can walk through our... No, the wrong button. We can walk through our settlement here for a moment, which is, I think, pretty cool that you can do this. That looks cute. But yeah, these here are the Smith's buildings. They look different from the simpler wader buildings. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you the Roman stuff. Well, that's pretty cool. My performance currently is not great though. The only thing I notice here. So we have to deactivate global illumination. But I'm streaming to three different not different, but I have 3 streams, places I stream to currently. 2 Twitch channels, and 1 YouTube channel, so that kind of eats a bit of power. But yeah, global, like, ray tracing options are always kind of, like, pretty expensive. It could look much better. Yeah, there's also the postcard mode, as it's called. This one here. At some point you have, like, your island. You see this mirroring here at the background. You see this? That's DLSS. Currently not catching up fast enough anymore, I think. But yeah, the swamp stuff here is pretty cool. So we have now, yeah, this facility here.
I need another hand.
Produces,
Don't touch my hammer, all right?
Wattle and... I'm not even sure how it's pronounced. Daub? Who knows? Let's ask the Cambridge Dictionary.
Daub.
Daub, okay. Who would have thought?
Wattle. Wattle.
Wattle and daub. Fachwerk in German. Nephi you, yes. It's slowly producing the stuff, so as said, it becomes, yeah, it has quite a bit of complexity due to this. We have 2 tons of wattle and dope. Oh, that's pronounced. And what's interesting, oh, you can also trade this stuff, by the way. It's also a trade. You can also say when other ships come by and dock at your port, you can sell it. And you need this material now to build, for example, if I want to build a cheesery, as I would call it, or an ox farm. I need 2 tons of the stuff.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Okay, we don't have enough smith workforce in our city. That's a problem. We have enough waders, but for some stuff we need more. So we need to upgrade the different workforces. So every population tier you have gives you workforces. I only have like 3 of those, so we would have to upgrade a few more to get the needed amount of workforce.
Keep my feet dry.
I have a minute left. Okay, so let's get the ox farm going really quick. We have to fast ox farm here. Not to be confused with Oxford, that I think is something different, chat. No. Nope. Oh no, 30 seconds, chat. We need now we have these fields, as you can see. Got it. And now there is a kettle here. The swamp kettle. Looks kind of cool. We'll look at this here for a moment from outside. See. And the demo will be over in 10 seconds or something. And that is Albion, as it's called. That's Great Britain. The Roman time of 117 Anno Domini. Anno Domino? Whatever. And yeah, now it says, thank you for playing. That was
whether your first steps led you to
the other thing.
sun-soaked shores of Latium or the misty wilds of Albion, your rule has begun. You've chosen your path, guided by Roman discipline or shaped by a new respect for the unfamiliar. But for now, Governor, your journey pauses. Your people await your return, and on November 13th, 2025, your story continues in Anno 117, Pax Romana.
Sick. Federal Ministry of Research, Technology and Space. That was a game. So, Dacia, however it's pronounced, is Romania, right? It could be that it's also there. I'm not sure what different regions exist for Anno 117. But yeah, currently we have Latium. That is Western Italy, basically, or it's part, yeah, of the Roman core areas. The Mediterranean, or it's pronounced, stuff. And this is Great Britain, Albion, with its Celtic cultures and marshlands and whatnot. It's very cool. I'm not sure what other stuff there is. Maybe we can find it out. Okay, it seems it's only Latium or Albion. No, there could be more regions using DLCs and expansions for the game or whatnot. I don't know. Maybe there's even more in the released game. So far, we only know about these 2 regions, it seems. So any questions, chat? How do you like it? Just from watching it now. I don't have Anno 1800 installed, I think, chat. So there's that. But I have to admit, it's a pretty fun game. I like it. It's kind of relaxing, but it has like a good pacing often. Like the beginning can be slower, but the further you go into this, the more stuff you have to do at once, basically. And it can overwhelm you quite a bit at some point because, okay, I have to build my production there. I have to do this. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's Blair, welcome. You have to do all kinds of stuff. It might be interesting to check the next we could try to rush really quick into the next population thing here in this here. Can I skip this? I can. We don't need our ship really, so we just focus on building the stuff really quick. Is it a different island this time? It seems like it's a different island. Seems fairly different. Oh, we should have enough space. Okay, so first we need residence for activation of stuff. We need a place where we have enough space. Residence can be relatively far away from our thing there. We have to build roads. So let's say we do it like this. And then do a misclick. It doesn't matter too much. I'm not sure if I can go over water though. Can. Even build a bridge. Right. Nice little bridge. Sometimes this drawing feature is a bit annoying. Not sure if I connected these correctly. No, chat, I did not. Okay, so we connected our first residential places here. Check. Next, we need wood, chat. Wood is, you know, the famous words. How much wood does a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Woodchuck, no amount of wood into woodchuck can chuck wood. But if woodchuck could chuck wood and woodchuck wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck? Love this thing. Shout outs to Monkey Island. That's where I know it from. We need a warehouse or something.
Impressive.
Well, we only have an hour. I didn't see the timer last time I played, so I thought I can just play relaxed and talk to you people. But that's not the way it seems, unfortunately. We have 3, we have 2 sawmills, that should be enough for now. We could go for 4th one, right, chat? Oh, this is annoying a bit. Okay, so we got this. We have these people, we unlock this, they want food, they are hungry. That means they want something to eat, not they're from hungry. Never be too stingy with food production, so we just go to this fishing place, we got this. So next step is this thing here. They want, what is it called? An oat farm. So we can produce porridge. My advertisement, no thank you. We got already a lot of other advertisers. I'm not interested in any graphical works. If that's the question, but currently I get those a lot, and it's I understand that people have to get their foot in the door or whatever, but
one of your cities.
I'm just far too small for doing this.
We simple folks, we don't have much to offer.
How do we do this, Jeff? We can do it like this. This is maybe efficient. So we have like a cool field with 80 things. Yeah, that's good. So we need multiple of those. No. You can basically copy paste the design here. Though I think it would be smarter, if I'm completely honest, to do it like this. To invert the design so the cards don't have to go that far. So we have 2 of those. There's a marketplace, that's good. Now we need the porridge kitchen. Actually we need 2 of those, but we just go with 1.
It's beyond us.
We already know what's happening. We'll make him happy, get some additional wood, because we need the wood anyway.
Your freedmen won't forget.
So next part is we unlock this. We have 20 of those peeps. We currently don't have 20, so we have to build more houses. So next step here in our little rushing thing here. Now we connect everything with roads. Something like that. And now we don't have enough wood anymore to build more, but we should get now slowly to the desired number of people. It takes a moment or two. In theory, we could also increase the game speed for a moment to do stuff. Insufficient workforce. Yeah, it's a big problem that we currently have. We need workforce for all these things. We don't have the workforce yet. So it's very important that we get these houses here going. Now we have to wait basically a little bit till our required workforce recovers. We're now, in theory, what we could do, chat, because we don't need it right now, we can close down these two places. Then we have the old thing here. We wait a moment. Just that the other stuff runs efficient. We have 5 workforce plus. That means we can open that one. We have 3. How many workforce do they need? 3. Okay, we're exactly at 0. So we can produce the oat already and have all the wood stuff going. I think that's important because we need this to work. So we increased this here, and you see now we unlocked the tavern and the other thing. I tried to get these 2 buildings built. We need 5 wood. 10 wood total for it to work. That's why I say wood is always like a limiting factor. Even though we have already 2 wood mills. In theory could have more than 2 if I'm completely honest with you. The good thing is, and so you can't get stuck, the wood mill doesn't cost any wood to build, which sounds stupid, but it's game design wise not a bad decision to do it like that. Simply because otherwise, let's say you have no wood left, then you can't do anything. So you can at least build your wood production without having wood. Okay, so our next thing is a market. It would be smart for the market to be in a place that covers a large area. I would say this here would work, should work. Would work. Same goes with the tavern. With 1 more wood to build it. Already kind of plan this thing here. Okay, got it. Next thing are these 2. We can unlock those as well. I'm very curious what the house upgrades for this is. We didn't see this in the last time because I just played too slow. But now I know the game a bit better. And this helps quite a bit, to be fair. Workforce is at plus 20 something, so we can now get these 2 forage stands to work. That's good, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 places that produce wood. I don't know why you can't increase the forest area. Like the old Anno trick was that I basically plan stuff here. Does this count? Not sure if it counts. Doesn't go up. Very strange, isn't it, chat? Wood camps are really strange. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, we have 16. Now we can do the next step in our building stuff fast. Progress. We need hemp. We need 60. That would work, I guess. We're now a small town. We have over 150 people. Even though we built just a very small amount of houses yet. Okay, what else do we need, chat? Houses, wood. We need hemp. I guess we need more hemp. But yeah, with this we can already build the tunics, man, basically. I would suggest we build it here and build a new warehouse. I think the easiest way, like I said. And we can also get some wood cutting going on here because there's a huge forest here. Okay, hemp, tunic stuff is done. Next step is they need hats. For hats, they need a sheep farm. That won't be cheap for us, chat. Had to search a sound. Okay, let's go into the plan mode. So we can kind of plan. I'm not sure how much space they need. Okay, that's simple. Through. No. Okay. How it works. You need a cheat sheet for cheap sheep. That's tough to say, to be honest. So, cheaps. Next is the Pileus Felter. That's a cool name, to be honest. In the meantime, we can walk over our little bridge here. Look at this, how beautiful it is. I'd say the bridge could be improved, but you have to keep in mind this is, like I said, not an official mode for this. This is just like a little Easter egg mode.
Let them know who made it.
Very nice.
20 more years of this ahead of me.
Okay, chat. We have this thing here.
It's Sardine and I. We're both very
We slowly only have to fulfill. Oh, we could already upgrade resident.
There's a market for everything if you're desperate enough.
I think, dear husband, we have found our sacred center.
So these are the what do those people need? Levians.
You need a villa, Ere? Essential in demonstrating your...
We can also downgrade them, because I want to fulfill the head need for a head for a moment. Because maybe there are also multiple passes we can take. We downgrade them one more time and see if we can do stuff. Currently we don't make much money. The reason for that is I'm not building enough city for that. And we still have one thing that is unfulfilled. We only have one of these temp places. So we could duplicate, we should duplicate it, I think. We have to... That's maybe better. That's a social down... not social... What is this? Social downfall? By pressing a button? Yeah, that's tough. Social decline. Maybe the whole phrase. By pressing a button. Yeah, that's tough. I think so as well. Oh yeah, we only have... No, we have 2 sheep farms. What is the... how much sheep... What's the production cycle? It's 30 seconds. And for the... head person here... It's a minute, so... we need more head people. Turns out these heads take a moment until they are created. I don't think that it fits here. deactivate the plan mode, I think. So we need 4 of those. We even suggest to build a warehouse here. Quite a few elite people I would also like to see down quite a bit. Yeah, I know what I mean.
It's still empty.
So let's see, in the meantime. I have blocked it by accident. Funny head. We have 3 tons of funny heads, chat.
If I had a tavern for my tombstone, I'd be the laughter in the walls.
Ah, yes, a dude. He has a quest, for example. We could help him with something. I currently... Yeah, we just try to get to the next thing here. We need tiles. Now we have a tile production, which needs a clay pit. Question is, where can we produce clay pits? Does every island has clay pit? Clay pits. As you can see already, there is sturgeon population, oyster population, flax, grape, mackerel population, so there's kind of all kinds of stuff. There's iron ore. Ah, yeah. Clay. It makes a lot of sense that it's where a river is. Yeah, now it makes complete sense. Thinking about it for a moment.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
And we don't have enough workforce for the clay because it's stuff from this population cycle. They want bread and garum. A fishy condiment to put a smile on people's face compares with bread, porridge, anything. Okay. I assume it's stir. Yeah, we don't have enough workforce for that. I don't want to check out here this guy we downgraded a moment ago. So now fulfilled all the needs possible. If I upgrade him, yeah, it always becomes a plebeian. We need quite a few plebeians, because also one wood to upgrade. You can also select multiple.
Bit itchy, but then again,
You can select multiple people. And
someday
then
I'll be a famous seaman. And they'll paint me with me hat.
Isn't it possible to select multiple houses and then press U? But yeah, if we shrink our other workforce too much, now we don't have enough workers for the other stuff. That's a problem, chat. We need wheat, flour, stuff, charcoal. So yeah, see how complex all the stuff gets. For this we need compass, check, and we need salt. Well, salt I could produce by playing Elden Ring. That's definitely a possibility. Here's some salt for you. But yeah, we have to still create some space. Oh, some decoration elements that you can create and stuff like that. There are a lot of options to have. Now our workforce should be okay. So what else do we need, chat? We have funny hats. We have tunics. Some sheeps left. We have forage. We have tons of fish. The next thing, clay. We were doing clay stuff because for some of the later buildings you need then...
For the penalties watching over us.
We need charcoal. That's the problem because charcoal needs wood. And how much wood? Now you know the thing.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Shortage of workforce. So for this to work, this also of course needs 4. The tiler. Warehouse. Different difficulty settings? I don't think so, to be honest. I think that you can customize the game in a way that it's easier by having, like, if you play in... Maybe the campaign has something like this, I don't know. But if you play this endless game here, you can play this until the end of time, basically. Or until you don't have any interest to continue playing. In that case, you can, for example, say that the island... Beschaffenheit, whatever it is easier. So it's easier to accomplish your goals. You can also have more difficult islands, and there are some settings to make stuff easier. So in a way there are difficulty settings. Topography, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so with this we should have charcoal production nowhere. And this area here, it reduces, by the way, so it has -3. It reduces the health by -3 in this area, and can create health problems, and it can also create fire problems. So you don't have to. You have to. Some buildings have a downside on being close to the city. So it's not a good idea to place it here, to be honest. I assume this here is the radius where it could cause fires or something. So very cool stuff going on here. We have like 26 minutes left. This time we are much further into it, but we're also much closer to being broke. The only way to kind of fix this is building more stuff. Easy. And if we manage to fulfill the stuff, so the fish fulfillment, let me just double check, could be because we just build it anew. What does a fish say? How much is a fish? Consumer, construction. Okay, we have 12 tons of charcoal. That's good. So as a result, we can now go and create the tiler person. Okay, tiler works. Charcoal thing we have built. This is currently the crafting stuff we need. Wood we have enough. Oh look, we have also here, we need, for example, for the Vigiles, fights fires in your city, we need...
One of your cities is at risk of a great fire.
Yeah, I see the problem. We need the tiler to get to work fast. Because I can't build a firefight thing. Okay. Fire safety is -100. I'm not sure if that's good, chat. I'm not sure. How much is a fish? I see what he did there. Yeah. Still not sure if that's how the pinnacle of German music, but it could be. What is a tiler doing all the time?
Some of the necessary materials haven't reached us.
Yes. It's right next to you. You don't. Are you? Is this to protect yourself, or is it you really don't know? Not sure. Maybe you don't want to know, yeah.
I walked into a local collegia meeting by accident. Wish I'd heard a little more of what they all had to say.
Rosemary. Let me just remove this stuff. Hey, Tyler. Processing time is 1 minute and 4.
You want some skewer, mate? It's fresh.
We have our first ton of tiles, chat. How much do we need for the firefighters? Kind of worried that the city burns down to a crisp. We have 2 tons of tiles now, chat. Problem is we have to move some people, I think, to the outskirts of the city. And we can, luckily enough, there's a move people around function. We can just move this block here. You already plan
a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Shortage of workforce. That would mean, in theory, that we need more people on the next level. Take that. Shortage of workforce. Did not expect that the Tyler dude. Like, don't we have we have 60 tons of clay and 27 tons of charcoal. What are they doing there all day? Oh, we're just running at 76% because we are too lazy to go to the marketplace next door. Like, in my mind, this would have worked a bit faster. Okay, 3 tiles in storage. Oh look, the eagles are coming, chat. What is this monstrous eagle? It might really be a Lord of the Rings reference, to be honest. No. And Susan, welcome. You're on the German channel, so you can write in German, but I make an English stream because I also stream to my English channels today. But you can write in German. You can also write in English if you want, whatever you prefer. But usually I stream in German here. On this channel. It's complicated. So, one more tile. What are they doing? Why is it taking so long, chat? I'm confused. Essentially, this market thing here is completely... We have 5, chat. The time has come for the Feuerwehr. For the firefighters. And now we reduce from minus 100 to plus 50 something the risk of fire safety. Now positive, chat.
Sorry, I got to go. Master's business.
How much is the Chris? Okay, okay. Well, in theory, I speak both fairly well, I think. I've always hit the problem of there's always a problem of like if I've started streaming and doing YouTube in English, and now I kind of felt, well, it would be cool to do also stuff in my native language, German, then. And then, yeah, I don't know, I have to split channels and stuff. It's a problem. It would be best for humanity if we just would agree on one language, I think. And it would be awesome if it would be one of the few languages I speak. Oh, we need the... No, we need the universal translator. Bayerisch. No, I don't think so. So no matter what language I speak, you just understand the language, you know? The language is not a problem anymore. We're very close to that if you think about it, because the AI stuff works and so on. To be fair, different languages are great. Yeah, kind of they are. Well, I wouldn't call it a problem, I would call it linguistic achievement, yeah, maybe. It's just a problem because now, you know, my content in German is different from my content in English in a way. Also, we have to build stuff, chat. I'm not building. I wouldn't say speed running. The question is, we need to get bread. Okay, chat, bread. Bread time. So we need, how many feet? 140. That's massive. That works for me, I guess. We need a mill. Rain mill. What is the problem with the mill? We need 2 tiles. We have the tiles. We need mills need to be placed on a river spot. They have not... Wind was not invented at the Roman times, it seems. Oh no! And then we need a bakery. So let's see, what is the production cycle here? It takes a minute, and this takes 30 seconds. That means we need 2 of those to saturate 1 of those. Also, we don't have enough workforce, obviously. Unfortunately, I can't, as far as I'm aware, I can't save in the game. Maybe there's some trick or so. But it seems like there's no save the game option. In the base game you can, of course, save and continue, but I think it's a limitation of the demo. Just to give people an impression, so... Yeah, I can start a new one, but then I start at 0 again, right? What do we need for that? We need 1 more tile. I'm kind of disappointed in the tilery. It's not called tilery, it's tiler. Takes a minute to make something. We have 100% stuff. We have the clay. We have massive amounts of clay. We need a second. That's, I think, what we should do that, chat. I played for 7 hours today. Nice. What do you, since you have played quite a bit of it, what is your impression? Oh, we have the bakery.
In one of your cities.
We don't have enough workers for it. Yeah, we also, this is the 3rd one. We played the Albion already. Pretty cool. We need 1 more. Oh, they need a lot of stuff, chat. Now they need the Sanctuary. A tranquil respite from the hustle and bustle. The Sanctuary opens its gates to the quietly devoted. Grammaticus, with the reading of poetry and philosophy, comes the real risk of becoming overly clever. I like how it's worded. Okay, fish. We need fishy people. I'm not sure what kind of fish we have. Does this make a difference? Yes, we need the cows. Why can't I build it? We need tiles. Obviously. Called... It could be that we need salt is on a different island. Is it possible, chat? No, it's also from the harbor. It's not a mine as previously. They get it out of the water. Wrong. How much time do we have? 8 minutes. Easy, chat. I've already 19 hours. I love the game because in 1800 loved it to do beauty building, and now thanks to the diagonal roads it's even more beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty cool, the diagonal stuff, to be fair. Not sure how, not yet exactly sure how to use it, but I also liked Anno 1800 quite a bit. And I also loved that you can choose between 2 start regions and they are different from each other. Yeah, do you... I could imagine that it's with, like in the previous games, that you can maybe switch between 2 different regions. And you can transfer wares from one and another and stuff like that. So that there's a connection between both regions and it's just for demo purposes that you can try out both. But maybe I'm wrong there. I think 1800 did it basically like that. What is wrong with this tilery place? Why does it take so long for this thing to get going? I don't understand that. What is it doing all day?
Storage can't hold your greatness, Gav.
Okay, the problem is the following. This thing has trouble. This warehouse has simply trouble to get all the cards. I need more cards. Some kind of bottleneck going on there, chat. Look at this. That is the salt ponds. Interesting. Here we have the fishy fishes, and now we need the bravery. Garum works. Take this civilization. So we have a bakery. Do we already have bread in production? I think we have this thing, this. Did I place a bakery, chat? I forgot. Yeah, that's a bakery. We just have trouble getting all the stuff transported. The storage is full. Ah, we have too much storage. We don't have enough stuff. Do the I think the stuff 75 is the highest. We can't upgrade the amount of maximum possible storage, right, chat? Okay, that's a problem. We need a school. That's important currently, chat. We need smart people. What is missing? Okay, we need 10 tiles. That's quite a bit. How to increase the storage? Usually it was a building in the previous games. Construction, school, city watch, no. Very harbor buildings here. Shipyard, ropes, sails, no. Ah, you can also build barracks. We haven't done this really. First set of racks. This is weapon stuff. Okay, here's the iron ore. Becoming handy.
If an island is invaded, your villa will be the main target. I'd say place it far from the coast.
That's a good one. I assume it might be a building that you later unlock. I don't know, chat. Like previously, there was a possibility to go to the marketplace and upgrade it, the warehouses. And then the book on the left. Oh, okay. You have to research it. Last time I tried it. Oh, okay, you have to just research it. Fortunately, we don't have much knowledge, but this would be an upgrade warehouse. The next, yeah, adds more loading ramps. Avoid all these loading ramps. Island storage. Increase the maximum storage capacity. Ah, you can build a depot here. That's potentially the play we should do.
The street we live on means everything to us.
In a minute we will have trouble getting to 4 tiles, to be honest. Maybe, does the time go faster?
If you're feeling brave, why not take a ship and explore the province? Bounteous new islands await, and others like you, keen to trade.
9.
Research to
got
progress.
it. We got the...
Research any specific discovery and reap the benefit.
We got our school.
There are many discoveries one can research. Economic, civic, military. Choose wisely.
Unfortunately, the time is over again. But yeah, we made some progress. Oh no, we should go to sleep. My work starts at 5 PM. Wish you good night. And Susan, I think it's pronounced. Sleep well. Yeah, it's really fun. Looks like a fantastic Anno again. I also understood the same, Rosemary. What did he just say?
So, whether your first steps led you to the sun-soaked shores of Latium or the misty wilds of Albion, your rule has begun.
It looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie. But what did he say? What did he really say? Why not take a ship? Okay. But yeah, it worked, chat. It worked. We even managed to get at school. The Tyler is very slow, it seems. Really slow. It could be because I have not enough market cars or whatever to get all the stuff. I don't know. But it was fun. It looks like a great game. Very curious how it works out in the end. It seems like also you can play relatively far already. If you would... Like, I could play it at a higher in-game speed, so the timer is not affected by that. But my impression so far are very positive, as always. Like, I expected the next Anno entrance to be great. I assume it has multiplayer again. Let me see the Steam page of it really quick, chat. Online PvP, online co-op. Yes, it has. So like the previous game, which is great. There's some complexity in it. The different people play vastly different. So the Albion plays very different from Latium. That's good. I hope it's kind of connected, that you can connect Albion and it's not like you have to play either there or there, but later you can maybe unlock a route to also build like in Anno 1800 with the Caribbean islands and so on. That you can get to the new world, as it's called, I think, in 1800. And get stuff there, do your colonies there. That would be pretty cool. Looks beautiful. Visuals are pretty nice. Global Elimination, of course, is very heavy on the performance, to be fair. But you can turn it off, which is good. So that should definitely give you some more headroom on your computer. I'm not sure how well it runs on lower end machines. Like I said, I have a pretty decent machine. I get my 60 FPS here for the most part. Later I noticed in the game when there was much more stuff going on the screen, frame rate dropped a little bit. Keep in mind I'm also streaming to, like, streaming always reduces a bit your... I'm using the GPU encoder, so it always reduces a bit the power of your graphics card, but overall I'm definitely pleasantly and positively... Price is not the right word. I expected it, to be fair. Like, it's but it's fun. It's a cool setting. It has cool stuff. It needs some time to, of course, get used to the new mechanics and so on. Options menu looks promising. So a lot of stuff you can do there, and visually it's beautiful as always. Fun to kind of use this little first-person view mode to just run through the city and look what you've built. That's pretty nice. Art direction is great. We will see how good the quest line and stuff is. That's of course a question as well. But yeah, what's your impressions? What are your impressions, chat? Did you like what you see? Was it... I mean, I'm not sure how interesting playing Anno is on stream, to be fair. Simply because Anno is... you know, especially if you... Like in Elden Ring, I've played 3,000 hours of that game. I can just... Their boss fights I can literally do while reading the chat in parallel, because it's just pure muscle memory at this point. In this game here, when I have to learn the mechanics, see where the buildings are, what do I need for this, okay, I have to place it here. It needs still a bit of focus, so I'm also looking at 3 chats. Sometimes I miss messages in a different chat. Sorry for the English folk when I missed a message here and there. But yeah, overall, it was pretty nice, to be fair. Was a bit short to see much. Yeah, to be fair, of course, it would be great if you could play it for longer. But on the other side, like, it's Anno. You know, if they let you play indefinitely, why would you get the main game, basically, if you could just play? Otherwise, they would have to limit you to a certain point in technology, and they basically just say, hey, play it over and over and try to get faster or something to get further into the game. But the purpose of this demo is, does it run on your system? Does it run well on your system? Do you like the base gameplay loop of the game? And does this look promising? Just imagine this is now the full version with all the stuff available and the campaign and multiplayer and whatnot. So in this regard, I think the demo it's a demo. It's just for you people to get a short overview of the game, see what it can do, if it's something for you, if it's interesting, if it runs well, and so on and so forth. And yes, it runs decently, I have to admit. Maybe the performance could be better, but like I said, it's a bit always hard to tell with me streaming to two Twitch channels and one YouTube channel at the same time. Yeah, 1404 is also one of my favorite Anno games, to be fair. That and 1800 I like most. I liked also the other Anno games. Like the first one was also fantastic back in the day, but compared to where Anno went from that point on, it lacks maybe a bit complexity. The 1503 was also pretty nice. It was more complex, but it had no multiplayer. That was kind of a bit unfortunate. I always want to play with some friends. We could never... There was like a modded experimental multiplayer because they tried to get it to run, but it always has problems to stay synchronized. They need to upgrade to a higher bit DirectX thing. I think it was just 32 bits or whatever. And that was kind of limiting synchronizing the stuff over network or whatever. Later stuff then worked out better. I think 1701 was pretty nice. The future stuff, I've not really played the single player future game, which is, I don't know, 2205 or whatever it's called. Yeah, 2205. There was, what is the other game? 2070. That I played also quite a bit. That was also pretty nice. But I prefer the more historic stuff. That's why I like 1404 much more. And also like 1800. Yeah, for sure. They definitely. And to find overall, of course, I don't expect them to reinvent the wheel. But it's still a strong IP that gets updated to make money, right? Yeah, that's true. It's not like FIFA, Call of Duty, but usually the settings, I think all the games, the core formula has stayed the same for decades, kind of. As you say, they won't invent the wheel anew. But they definitely, the settings and all the detailed stuff, and I know it always makes it worse to get quite a few hours of fun out of this. And it's also quite, it can be quite relaxing, and the beautiful art style and stuff kind of works. Nice music. Yeah, that's true. The question is, when you have 1404, which costs like €3 by now or something, why would you play any other? Or 1800? 1800 is also pretty nice. I haven't even played all the expansions of 1800, to be fair. I know the score of Anno is also always pretty nice. So people, yeah, I don't know. I hope that was a decent overview stuff. Questions, what are we going to do next, chat? I mean, we could play another round of Anno. That would be a possibility. I'm not sure, chat. Let me know. Like another 1 hour session. I would like to have a short break anyway. And after that, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We could, like, in theory, I have still stuff to do. I need to voice record a video for YouTube. That's a thing. we could play. I might stream or might end the stream for the English audience right now. If you enjoyed the stream and the content and so on, feel free, especially for the YouTube crowd, to subscribe. Like I'm not missing that many subscribers to hit the 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So if you want to support me in any shape or form, would be much appreciated. Also, the like button and stuff. Let me just... No, the YouTube thing is wrong. Yeah, all the links on this channel here. Just usually I don't care too much about subscribers, but unfortunately subscribers are always a problem. Or it's a magical number to hit the 1,000 because you unlock some features that would help quite a bit. So yeah, we're 934 subscribers on the channel right now. Would be awesome to hit the 1K. On the other channel I'm at 1,000. But nice try, Rosemary. I haven't updated the other YouTube channel. English gets... Yeah, that's also a thing. Let's not go into that territory. So the question is, yeah, shall I end the stream for the English audience? I might give you maybe I make a more condensed, a little condensed video about Anno in the next days or so. There was also Cyberpunk news. That was interesting, but it seems like it's just a celebration of, I forgot what it was, like Phantom Liberty getting a year old or something, or some anniversary stuff they wanted to announce. It seems like they did not do like a big... It was not like they announced something massive or so. So otherwise, no, it doesn't seem like I have Anno 1800 downloaded. Is there anything left, chat? I don't know. But yeah, so far I really like the new Anno. Looks fantastic, very promising. Comes out, that's maybe something I also should mention. Do I have it still open? No, of course not. It comes out at the 13th of November 2025. It also comes for consoles, interestingly. So it seems a big project for them because they have to make like a PC version with mouse and keyboard controls and then controller controls on top of that. Very interesting. But I think they did this also with Anno 1800, didn't they? Yeah, they also did it with 1800. So they have some experience with that already. This now will be... I think Anno came out, 1800 came out for... Yeah, it came first out for Windows for PC, 2019 and 2023 also for consoles, so for Xbox 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Now they will have their first multi-platform release. I wish them good luck with that they might be able to get a solid release out for all the platforms. Also, this game is like the Ubisoft team working on, the developer is called Ubisoft Mainz, so it's made in Germany. One of the bigger publications from Germany. As a result, yeah, pretty fingers crossed, because the German video game industry is in desperate needs of some successes. As a result, I wish them all the best with this one here, and it looks very solid. So I can recommend it if you are interested. I posted the links in chat a while ago. You can find it on Steam or on the Ubisoft Connect. You need a Ubisoft account and Ubisoft Connect, I think, to start it. So there's that. But beyond that, you can run it over Steam and download it over Steam as well if you prefer this. I'm not sure if it's on EGS, to be honest. I have not checked. Let me just see. I would not be surprised if it's there as well. Yeah, even the demo is on Epic. So you could, even on the Epic Game Store, if you prefer that, you can get the demo there for free and play out of the client. As said, you, to my knowledge, require an Ubisoft Connect account for it. Searching for my new end screen. I can't find it. Would be that one. Okay, found it. End screen. I have a German and English one. So, yeah, chat. I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek into the demo. I might link it in the description if you want to test it for yourself. Keep in mind, there's a time limit on it for only an hour. I might maybe make a condensed little what are my impressions video, so if you don't want to watch the whole almost 4 hours of stream here, then you can do definitely that and watch that instead. Like I said, for the YouTube crowd, feel free to press the like button. Subscribe would be much appreciated. I said very shortly before 1,000 subscribers. Further, I also might do some mods for Cyberpunk video. Well, it's kind of a thing I have in mind for some time. It would be great to do that. We have still some bosses left from the Elden Ring DLC, which I defeated level 1. So without leveling, might be interesting. Post the furthest in a commented little video there as well, if that's interesting for you. And yeah, I don't know, stuff like that. I wish you a fantastic rest of the day, a good night, good evening, whatever time zone you are in currently. And for the German viewers, we switch to German then in a moment and see where we're going from here. So for the English channel, I think I end the stream for now. maybe I come back online at some point, and then we might do something like continue Indiana Jones thing. We started a Let's Play of that. Promise finding the time to do all of this stuff, and streaming in English is totally difficult for me, but we'll get it done, I think. So yeah, people, have a good one. If you, in case you are interested in the German follow-up stream here, speak German or whatever, oops, that's the link to the German Twitch channel. There's also like the German other channel, right? I also stream. There's a German YouTube archive thing where I also stream the VODs too. So a lot of links. There should be in the description anyway. But yeah, for those interested, check those out, I guess. Also post it to the other thing. Tons of links. I have just too many channels, I know. But what can I say? So, fantastic rest of the day. Thank you, people, for watching. Have a good one. And see you, people, next time. Goodbye.